The concept of love and forgiveness, as introduced in the Bible, is both profound and transformative. Love, in the biblical sense, is often described as unconditional and selfless, epitomized by the Greek word agape, which refers to a universal, unconditional loving kindness and compassion. Forgiveness, on the other hand, involves letting go of resentment and the desire for retribution against those who have harmed us. This act of forgiving is deeply rooted in the teachings of Jesus Christ, who emphasized love and forgiveness as central components of Christian life. The significance of love and forgiveness in the Bible goes beyond personal piety. It forms the foundation for healthy relationships. The Bible teaches that love is the greatest virtue that binds everything together in perfect harmony. Forgiveness is equally paramount, enabling individuals to move past grievances and reconcile. This dynamic of love and forgiveness is essential not only in personal interactions, but also in fostering community and societal well-being. In real-world applications, the biblical teachings on love and forgiveness can be seen in the practice of reconciliation in conflict zones. For instance, initiatives promoting peace between conflicting ethnic groups often model forgiveness as a pathway to healing and rebuilding communities. Another example is the restorative justice movement, which seeks to replace punitive justice with reconciliation and rehabilitation, encouraging offenders to make amends and victims to forgive, echoing biblical principles. Prominent voices in theology and philosophy, such as C.S. Lewis, have supported these ideas, highlighting that forgiving is a powerful act that liberates the forgiver even more so than the forgiven. Despite its importance, these concepts face challenges and controversies. Critics often argue that the call for unconditional forgiveness can be unrealistic or even harmful, especially in cases of severe abuse or injustice, where it might overlook needed accountability. Some also point out that cultural interpretations of love and forgiveness can vary greatly, leading to alternative viewpoints on how these should be practiced. The elements of love and forgiveness are intrinsically connected to other aspects of healthy relationships, such as trust, empathy, and communication. Without love, genuine forgiveness cannot flourish, and without forgiveness, love remains incomplete. Together they create a powerful synergy that not only strengthens personal bonds but also encourages a more harmonious society. In this way, the biblical teachings on love and forgiveness provide both a spiritual and practical framework for building and maintaining meaningful relationships. In the realm of biblical teachings, the concept of love is foundational, deeply rooted in commandments and teachings that shape how healthy relationships are understood and practiced. Love, as depicted in the Bible, is more than an emotion. It is a deliberate choice, an action that reflects God's own love for humanity. It is best encapsulated in the two greatest commandments given by Jesus in the Gospels: to love God with all one's heart, soul, and mind, and to love one's neighbor as oneself. These commandments underscore the essence of love as selfless, unconditional, and encompassing, serving as a guideline for healthy relationships. Understanding these biblical foundations of love is crucial as it sets the stage for forgiveness and reconciliation, principles that are also deeply embedded in Scripture. For instance, in 1 Corinthians 13:4-7, often referred to as the love chapter, love is described in terms of patience, kindness, and truth, eschewing envy and grudges, qualities essential for fostering and maintaining healthy relationships. This biblical perspective on love highlights its transformative power in mending broken ties and building lasting bonds. In real-world applications, consider how these teachings can manifest in everyday life. For example, in marriage, where partners often face challenges and disagreements, approaching each other with the love and selflessness taught in the Bible can lead to deeper understanding and unity. Similarly, in friendships, embodying biblical love means being there for one another, listening without judgment, and offering support during difficult times. However, the concept of biblical love is not without its challenges and alternative viewpoints. Some may argue that such an idealistic version of love is difficult to achieve and maintain in a world marked by self-interest and individualism. Others might question its applicability across diverse cultural contexts. Still, many believers find biblical love inspiring, seeing it as a countercultural force that promotes peace and reconciliation in a fractured world. The teaching of love directly influences the broader topic of forgiveness. Where love guides actions and attitudes, forgiveness becomes a natural extension. The act of forgiving others, as taught in the Bible, stems from understanding the depth of love and grace first offered to us. This interplay between love and forgiveness solidifies their place as cornerstones of healthy relationships, encouraging individuals to move past hurt and embrace reconciliation. By grounding relationships in these biblical principles, people can strive towards healthier and more fulfilling interactions with others. Forgiveness in the context of healthy relationships is the act of letting go of resentment, anger, and the desire for retribution against someone who has wronged you. It involves a conscious decision to release negative emotions, which can lead to healing and reconciliation. In biblical terms, forgiveness is a core principle that acts as a catalyst for love and understanding, helping to build stronger, more enduring connections with others. The significance of forgiveness within healthy relationships is profound, as it not only fosters emotional well-being, but also reflects the teachings of love and compassion found in the Bible. By practicing forgiveness, individuals can break the cycle of hurt and bitterness, promoting healing and mutual respect. One tangible example can be drawn from the story of Joseph in the Old Testament. Despite being sold into slavery by his brothers, Joseph chose forgiveness over vengeance when he later had the power to punish them. His act of grace not only restored familial ties but also exemplified the transformative power of forgiveness, setting a precedent for peace and reconciliation. Another example is found in the teachings of Jesus, particularly in the parable of the prodigal son, where a father forgives his wayward son, illustrating how forgiveness can lead to redemption and the rekindling of love within relationships. Supporting opinions on this perspective abound, with many theologians and relationship experts agreeing that forgiveness is essential for any healthy and lasting relationship. It allows people to move past their faults and focus on growth and shared happiness, echoing the biblical sentiment of love as patient and kind. However, forgiveness is not without its challenges and controversies. Some argue that it may enable or excuse repeated negative behavior, suggesting that there should be boundaries and accountability alongside forgiveness. Others may struggle with the emotional difficulty of forgiving, particularly in cases of severe betrayal or harm. These challenges highlight the importance of balancing forgiveness with wisdom and discernment. Forgiveness profoundly influences other aspects of love within biblical teachings. It aligns with the call to love one's neighbor and contributes to an environment where love can flourish unencumbered by past grievances. By forgiving, individuals not only pave the way for healthier relationships, but also embody the spiritual ideals of compassion and grace, ultimately leading to a more profound understanding and expression of love as taught in the Bible. In the realm of love and forgiveness, biblical stories provide profound insights into cultivating healthy relationships. These narratives provide not only moral teachings but also practical examples of how love and forgiveness can transform lives and relationships. Love, as described in the Bible, often embodies selflessness and sacrifice, while forgiveness involves releasing resentment and making peace with past wrongs. Both concepts are integral to fostering relationships that thrive on understanding and compassion. The significance of love and forgiveness in biblical teachings lies in their ability to heal and strengthen relationships. In a world rife with conflict and misunderstanding, these stories serve as timeless reminders of the power of reconciliation and unconditional love. Through examples in Scripture, believers are encouraged to emulate these virtues in their daily lives, creating harmonious and enduring relationships. Two notable biblical examples highlight these themes vividly. First, the story of the prodigal son in the Gospel of Luke depicts a father's unconditional love and forgiveness. Despite his son's reckless behavior and betrayal, the father welcomes him back with open arms, symbolizing God's boundless love and the importance of forgiving others. This story encourages individuals to forgive those who have wronged them and to approach relationships with compassion and empathy. Another powerful example is the reconciliation between Esau and Jacob in the book of Genesis. After years of estrangement due to Jacob's deceit, Esau embraces his brother with forgiveness and love. This act of reconciliation underscores the transformative power of forgiveness and the possibility of mending broken relationships. Supporters of these teachings argue that love and forgiveness are essential for personal peace and community harmony. They emphasize that these principles lead to emotional freedom, reduced stress, and stronger connections. However, challenges may arise in practicing forgiveness, especially in dealing with deep emotional wounds or repeated offenses. Critics may question whether forgiveness requires forgetting or if it allows for maintaining healthy boundaries. Despite these challenges, the principles of love and forgiveness interlace with other aspects of the main topic by promoting an environment conducive to growth and healing. They encourage individuals to let go of grudges and foster open, honest communication. In this way, biblical examples not only serve as moral compasses, but also as practical guides for nurturing healthy relationships. Through understanding and applying these lessons, individuals can create a more loving and forgiving world, in line with biblical teachings. Share, like and subscribe for more uplifting Bible verses and spiritual guidance.